Greetings from ABPS Ovaya. Dear parents, as we are aware, new education policy 2020 has been framed and what the policy contains for the school. Let me explain you in the form of presentation. But before I go for the explanation in form of presentation, let me just know you why this new education policy is required. The world is undergoing rapid changes in the knowledge landscape, and indeed, with quickly changing employment landscape and global ecosystem, it is becoming increasingly critical that children not only learn, but more importantly, learn how to learn. Education thus move towards less content and more towards learning about how to think critically, solve problems, how to innovate, adapt, and absorb new material in novel and changing fields. Therefore, it is very important that the new education policy must provide to all the students, irrespective of their place of residence, a quality education system. So let me explain you now what education policy serves for the school, what is its vision and how it is going to impact the schools. If we talk about vision, it aims at higher quality education to all. It also focuses on instilling skills, values, sustainable development and producing truly global citizens. National education policy acknowledges the importance of early childhood in school system. So now let us understand the impact of school education system. The previous structure of national education policy speaks about 10+2 education system, which has been modified, and the new pedagogical and curricular structure is somewhat like 5+3+3+4, which aims at better overall learning. Early childhood care and education is fully integrated into the school system. Attaining fundamental literacy and numeracy for all children will thus become an urgent national mission, and measures would be taken with clear goals, including that every child will attain foundation literacy and numeracy by the year 2030. It also speaks about the vocational education, which will be focused from class 6th with some internship programs as well. Teaching up to at least grade 5 to in mother tongue and regional languages is also incorporated in national education policy. There are assessment reforms with 360-degree holistic progress card, tracking students' progress for achieving learning outcomes, a new and comprehensive national curriculum framework for teacher education, and by 2030, the minimum degree qualification for teaching will be 4-year integrated with B.Ed degree. The 10+2 structure in school education modifies with new pedagogical and curricular restructuring of 5+3+4+, covering ages 3 to 18. 3 to 8 years foundational stage for keeping the focus on development of languages, skills and teaching by play-based and activity-based curriculum. 8 to 11 years speaks about pre-primary education, focusing on experiential learning and making the children focus to shift to play, discover and activity-based and interactions classroom learnings. 11 to 14 years preparatory stage transforms the pedagogy to more experiential learning in sciences, mathematics, arts, social sciences and humanities. 14 to 18 years, that is the secondary stage. It focuses on a greater side of critical thinking and flexibility, allowing children to pick subjects of their interest, even technical and arts as well. Now, though the philosophy is same, but then how it is different, which the present slide, now the far-reaching impact on school education system clearly indicates that how the new education policy will be different from the previous one. The new policy allows the freedom to students to choose the subject or the stream, use of technology for teachers' learning incorporated, preschool regulatory framework added, subject competences from class 3 onwards is focused, and multilingual, and even teaching in regional and mother tongue will be given due importance. Innovation in pedagogy, multiple forms of assessment, learning outcomes to be assessed. Testing will start from classes 3, 5 and 8. Teacher training program for 50 hours. And then modular board examination twice in a year with more easy and making comfortable for the children. Flexibility by learners by allowing for customization of course based on aptitude and interest. Students will be given increased flexibility and choice of subject to study. There will be no hard separation among curricular and extracurricular programs. Subjects such as physical education, arts and crafts and vocational skills, in addition to science, humanities and mathematics, will be incorporated throughout the school curriculum. Experiential learning will include hands-on learning, art integrated subjects, storytelling based pedagogy and many more. Content will focus on idea, application, problem solving, creative, collaborative and exploratory activities for deeper experiential learning has been added. Every child to learn at least one vocation. Sampling of important vocational crafts such as carpentry, electric work, metal work, gardening, pottery making, as decided by states and local communities, to be added from grades 6 to 8. By 2025, at least 50% of learners through the school and higher education system shall have exposure to vocational education. And there will be compulsory 10-day bagless periods. Will be encouraged throughout the year for various types of enrichment activities, and vocational courses through online mode will also be made available. A dedicated unit for the purpose of orchestrating the building of digital infrastructure, digital content and capacity building will be created by MHRD to look after e-education system. So this is all comes under the policy, but as Aditya Birla Group schools, what are our confirmation for this recommendation? So let me bring a note for the same. As all Aditya Birla schools, progressive group of schools, we structured on pre-primary education. We have a competent staff to handle experiential learning. Zero dropouts, about 30% students from marginal community get subsidized quality education. Many schools have dance, music, sculpture, fine arts as a part of curriculum in addition to regular subjects. Many schools practice teaching learning in vernacular languages like Kannada, Tamil, Oriya, Bengali and Gujarati. Teacher training and development addressed from time to time. Teacher recruitment done centrally for all the schools to attract the best talent across the country, and equal emphasis on post-scholastic and non-scholastic areas of learning. So here I should say that whatever the policy says, but already we are prepared and we have incorporated since ages the Aditya Birla Group schools have been trained into our system. Thank you so much.